Hey everyone, I'm Cara Di Falco, and this week in the Cucina, we're gonna learn how to make fresh pasta. Don't be nervous, I promise you can make fresh pasta dough. It is not difficult at all. And actually, it's not that time consuming. The longest part is really waiting for the dough to rest once you've got it made. So a couple of basic things that you wanna just have in place. First of all, definitely use an apron because you're gonna get flour all over yourself. I just have a nice hard wood board that you wanna use to make your dough on. And we're gonna be using 2 cups of flour, about a 1/4 teaspoon or a pinch of salt. I have 1 egg that I scrambled, and about a 1/2 cup of warm water, and it's just warm from the tap. So we're gonna start by adding that salt to our flour and mixing things together. So with the flour, you can use all-purpose flour, it'll work out just fine. I would stay away from whole wheat flour. If you can find the tipo doppio zero, that's the super fine Italian flour, if you can find that, that's really what you want to use here. That's what they use overseas in Italy. We're just gonna mix that salt with this flour. We're gonna dump this out into a nice mound onto our board. We want it to kind of make like a volcano. So this is where things can get a little bit messy. You're definitely gonna get in there with your hands. We're gonna make a little well in our mound here, and that's where we're gonna add in the egg and about a 1/4 cup of the warm water, and then we're gonna start using our hands to bring the flour up and around into the liquid, and we're gonna start kneading it into that dough. Now you wanna keep a little bit of extra flour on hand in case your dough's a little too wet, and even a little bit of extra water. That's why I said I have a 1/2 cup here, but we're only using a 1/4 cup in case it's a little bit dry. So we have everything right at hand to add in case we need to make some adjustments. Now adding the egg to the pasta dough is not something you have to do. In fact, most of the northern half of Italy does not put the egg in their dough. It's very typical the further south you go in the region of Italy that my father's family is from, which is Abruzzo. So that's where I get that from. But if you have an egg allergy or you don't like eggs or you don't want to use it, you don't have to. You can do this with just flour, salt, and water, and it'll still work very well. But the egg does add a little bit of flavor to it. Okay. We've been pulling this together now for about 10 minutes. You can see it's all come together. It's pretty smooth, not really cracking. So we'll just finish this up. This is the fun part actually if you have kids, because what kid doesn't love playing with dough? We're just gonna kind of round this out a little. And this is gonna go back in our bowl, and we're gonna cover it with a cotton dish towel and just let it rest for about an hour. It just needs a little time to chill out. Now, the most traditional way, the most typical way to make this is with the hand crank pasta machine. Now this will run you about $100, and it's not something a lot of people have in their kitchen anymore. KitchenAid also makes one that you can attach to the stand mixer if you have one of those. That'll also run you about $80 to $100. In the interest of making this appealing for everyone, we're not gonna do any of these. We're gonna rock it really old school and hand roll this pasta. So we're gonna start by just cutting a tiny piece of our dough off. We're gonna recover the rest. We're gonna bring this over here to our board. We're gonna start with our hands, just kind of smush it out. The beauty of this is that it is not perfect. Don't expect it to be, don't want it to be. It is handmade pasta. It's about as far as I'm gonna get with my hands. So I'm gonna start using my rolling pin. So we have our dough pretty thin. It's easier when you work with smaller pieces like that. It might take you a little more time, but it does work out a little better. Again, this is pretty thin, and it's an oblong piece because I'm gonna cut it into strips this way. So you want a nice, let me just give this another quick roll. We're gonna use a nice sharp knife, and we're just gonna cut straight down as best we can. You want to transfer your cut pieces to your cookie sheet. Give them a little space. You don't want to stack them up on top of one another as you go, as you continue to cut your dough, otherwise they will stick together. And just kind of go like that. And you just keep dropping them off here as you go and you cut your pieces. And when this is full, you are ready to cook. Again, that's going to be about a fettuccine style shape, but the dough works well to make any shape you can think of. That is it for this week in the Cucina. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Really give the fresh pasta a try. It is well worth the effort. You will absolutely taste the difference in your meal. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and share things on Instagram as well, so you can get everything out of the Cucina. I'll see you guys next time.